one, we're going to express z equal 1 plus I square root of 3 in polar form, and then plot these in an Argand diagram, but we have to find the values of these. And we're going to use DeMoivre's theorem, and then we're going to show that z to the 18th power equals 2 to the 18th power. So let's get started. First, we have to express this in polar form. So we want to express it in this form here. So our r equals positive square root of your x and y values. So that's going to be 1 squared plus square root of 3 squared. And this equals 2. And then to get our angle, we do tan of theta equals square root of 3 divided by 1. So that means your angle is going to be 60 degrees because we're in quadrant 1 here. Both of these values are both positive. So the way we express it is we're going to write this as z equals 2 cis of 60 degrees. Or that's your polar form there. So now we have to find z to negative 2, and we're going to use this and DeMoivre's theorem. Okay, so basically z to the negative 2 is going to be using this formula here, 2 to the negative 2 times cis negative 2 times 60 degrees. That's 1/4 cis of negative 120 degrees. If you add 360 to this, this is coterminal with 240 degrees. So basically what we get is 1/4, and cosine of 240 is negative 1/2, and sine of 240 is negative square root of 3 divided by 2, and then just put your I for the sine. The I goes with the sine. And this simplifies to negative 1/8 minus square root of 3/8 I. Okay, so z to the negative 1 is going to be 2 to the negative 1 cis, and it's going to be negative 60 degrees. So when you write that out, you're going to get 1/2, and cis, if you add this, is same as 300 degrees. Or you can just look at it that way. So this is 1/2. Cosine of 300 degrees is 1/2 plus sine of 300 degrees is square root of 3 divided by 2 negative, and then I. And this simplifies to 1/4 minus square root of 3 divided by 4I. All right. Z to the 0 equals 2 to the 0 cis of 0 times 60, which is just 0 degrees. So that equals 1 cis of 0 degrees, which equals 1 times 0 plus 1 times I, which equals 1. And then z to the first power equals, what they just gave it to us, that's z to the first power. So that's just 1 plus I square root of 3. And z squared equals 2 squared cis of 120, because that's 2 times 60. Maybe I should write this out. So this was 2 Remember, this was 2 cis of 60 degrees. All right. So we're just multiplying 2 times 60 using this formula. That's our z. And this is going to give you 4 times negative 1/2 plus square root of 3 divided by 2i, which simplifies to negative 2 plus 2i square root of 3. All right. C cubed equals 2 cubed cis of 180 degrees, because that's 3 times 60, which gives you 8 times negative 1 plus 0, which equals negative 8. And then z to the 4th equals 2 to the 4th cis of 240 degrees, which equals 16 times negative 1/2 plus negative square root of 3 divided by 2i, which equals, when you simplify, negative 8 minus 8i square root of 3. So now that we have all of that, the next thing I'm going to do is show this, and then we'll show the diagram. So we're going to show that z to the 18th equals 2 to the 18th. So we know that our z from here is 2 cis of 60. So z to the 18th equals 2 to the 18th cis of 18 times 60 degrees. Okay, this equals 2 to the 18th cis of 1080 degrees. And to make this coterminal, you get 2 to the 18th cis of 0 degrees. And this gives you 2 to the 18th power. Cosine of 0 is 1. Sine of 0 is 0, which equals 2 to the 18th. So z to the 18th equals 2 to the 18th. Now for the diagram, I already started it and wrote everything out. So z to the negative 2 is right about here. So I'll put a little dot there. Z to the negative 1 is this one, 1/4 negative. So it's about in here. Then we have z to the 0 powers right here. And z to the first power is, where did I put that? Z to the first power, 1 plus I squared root of 3. So that is right here. Right about there. Okay. Z squared is right here. Negative 2 and then 2i squared root of 3. Remember, this is your imaginary. This is your real axis. So this is z cubed here. And then we have the last one, z to the 4th, which is here. Oh, z cubed is right here. Z cubed. And then z to the 4th is down here. And that's your diagram. That's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.